Dare to explore the shadowy corners of Queensland. From eerie ghost towns to haunted hotels, this sun-soaked paradise has a chilling side that's bound to send shivers down your spine. Join us as we unveil the top 15 haunted places in Queensland, where every creak and whisper tells a haunting tale waiting to be discovered. Are you ready to face the spirits of the past? One, Boggo Road Jail, Brisbane. In the heart of Brisbane, where the murmur of the urban landscape mingles with the stillness of the past, lies Boggo Road Jail, a foreboding structure that has stood for over a century, its crumbling bricks echoing tales of despair and sorrow. The damp air thickens with unspoken dread as shadows lengthen under the aging. Rusted bars, shadows that seem to twist and writhe, hinting at the darkness that still inhabits this hollow shell of a prison. Locals whisper of eerie encounters, the chilling sensation of being watched. Disembodied voices that call out in the night, and the unmistakable clang of phantom doors echoed through the ages, drawing spectators, ghost hunters, and paranormal enthusiasts eager to unearth its sinister secrets. Completed in 1883, Boggo Road Jail has a grisly past, housing some of Queensland's most infamous criminals, including murderers and bushrangers, who lived and died behind its walls. History reveals that over 40 men met their end here, many by hanging, their restless souls said to roam the dank corridors of the jail, seeking justice for their unjust fates. A particularly harrowing legend surrounds the spirit of a young man named Edward, who was executed for a crime he did not commit. Since that fateful day, his apparition has reportedly been seen wandering the exercise yard, a face of anguish captured in ethereal decay. Numerous investigations have recorded unsettling phenomena, disembodied voices, cold spots, and electromagnetic disturbances, raising the hair on the backs of visitors' necks. For those who dare to venture into Boggo Road Jail, heed this warning. The building is a portal to a realm where pain and suffering persist. As you cross the threshold into its decaying halls, remember what lies within: justice delayed, lives lost, and a beauty marred by horror. Will you emerge unscathed, or will the specters of the past enthrall you into their tragic embrace? Two, Fort Lytton, Brisbane. In the dense, creeping fog of twilight, the crumbling earthworks of Fort Lytton loom ominously over the Brisbane River, their dilapidated structures giving way to whispers of the past. Once a strategic military fortification in the mid-19th century, its history is not merely storied, it is plagued with a chilling presence, a cacophony of ghostly lore that shrouds the area in an uneasy dread. Locals have long traded tales of the fort's eerie happenings, describing unexplained footsteps echoing through empty corridors and shadows flitting just beyond the periphery of vision. Many attribute these phenomena to the untold sorrow from the fort's construction during an era marked by colonial ambition and war. During its operational days, Fort Lytton served as a crucial defense point during the Second World War. But those who walk its paths today cannot escape the pervasive sense that something darker lingers within its brick and mortar walls. Tragedy struck here, not just in battles fought over territory, but in the heavy toll taken on those involved with the fort, including soldiers who met their demise amidst conflict and the myriad of laborers who toiled under grim conditions. Accounts tell of ghostly apparitions starkly dressed in vintage military uniforms, eyes hollow and searching as they pace the ramparts in vigil. Some visitors have reported cold bursts of wind that seem to carry anguished cries, while others have felt icy hands brush against them as if the lost souls were reaching for connection. To those intrigued by the paranormal, the advice is clear: Approach with caution. The site, rich with hauntings steeped in sorrow and unanswered questions, offers a spectral glimpse into history's darker chapters. As twilight descends and the last remnants of daylight flicker out, heed the warnings of those who braved the whispering winds. Fort Lytton may just offer an encounter with the past that no mortal should ever seek to confront. Three, Toowong Cemetery, Brisbane. Nestled in the heart of Brisbane's Toowong Cemetery lies a haunting realm where shadows dance among the tombstones, whispering stories of lives lost long ago. The air, thick with the weight of history, seems heavy with the breath of the departed, drawing the curious and the brave into its chilling embrace. Initially established in 1875, this sprawling 40-hectare site is the final resting place for over 120,000 souls, where gentle hills are blanketed with faded floral offerings and the distant echo of mourners lingers like a haunting refrain. Rumors abound in the local community. Tales of phantom footsteps echoing through the stillness of the night and ghostly apparitions gliding amid the crypts. One of the most unsettling legends is that of the Lady in White, whose sorrowful presence is said to be felt most around the graves of young women, particularly near the memorial of poet Adam Lindsay Gordon, who lost one of his beloved children. The spine-chilling tale speaks of mothers who lost their children to disease and despair, their spirits tirelessly searching, never finding peace. Histories of burial practices intertwine with folklore, despite the Victorian-era emphasis on respect for the dead. Local accounts suggest that some spirits remain tormented, unable to accept their fates. There have been reports of inexplicable temperature drops, ghostly figures captured in photographs, and even the sensation of being watched, layering an unnerving atmosphere on an already eerie landscape. Visitors who dare to wander the paths after sunset will find themselves in a labyrinth of memories that linger stubbornly in the shadows. But heed this warning. The restless souls of Toowong Cemetery offer no comforting resolution, only an unsettling pull toward their unending stories. Descend into this resting ground, and you risk inviting their unresolved anguish into your life. A chilling reminder that some pasts are better left undisturbed, echoing through the relentless void of the unknown. Four, Princess Theatre, Brisbane, Brisbane. As shadows drape the intricately designed facade of the Princess Theatre in Brisbane, Australia, an oppressive stillness lingers in the air, thick with a peculiar history that whispers the secrets of the past. Built in 1888, this grand establishment has not only become a haven for arts and culture, but also a focal point of pervasive local rumors. For those who dare to linger after hours, it is said to come alive with supernatural manifestations. Many employees speak in hushed tones of eerie occurrences, ghostly figures sauntering through dimly lit corridors, disembodied voices echoing in the cavernous auditorium, and the distinct sound of a phantom orchestra tuning up for an unseen show. The tales often circle around a tragic event that unfolded within the theater's walls. In 1921, a fire during a performance resulted in the death of several performers and patrons alike, leaving their restless spirits trapped in a limbo of despair. Witnesses describe a spectral woman in a flowing gown roaming the balconies, her mournful wail harmonizing with the fading strains of long-lost music. Some have alleged she is the spirit of a young actress who perished in the flames, her dreams snuffed out before they could be realized. Others assert they have felt an icy chill rush past as they walk backstage, where the air suddenly grows stale, laden with despair. Ghost hunting enthusiasts have gathered, hoping to capture orbs and anomalies through their devices. But many leave haunted by a presence none can quite articulate, a heavy sorrow that resonates deep within the heart of the theater. But heed this warning. Dear reader, should you dare explore the Princess Theater after dark, understand that you are not merely stepping into a historical site, but into a world tethered to unresolved tragedies. Linger too long, and you may just find that the stories written into the fabric of the theater could become your own. As the boundaries between past and present blur, and the wait for redemption continues. Paranormal Park, Mena Creek. In the enigmatic shadows of far north Queensland, amidst verdant ferns and towering trees, lies Paranormal Park, a once vibrant dream, now cloaked in an unsettling tranquility that seems to breathe with the whispers of the past. Josephine and Manuel Paranormal, the park's creators, imagined an enchanting sanctuary bolstered by waterfalls and fascinating architecture. Yet local legends suggest a far darker undercurrent ripples beneath the surface of its picturesque facade. Rumors swirling among locals speak of mysterious figures, ominous apparitions, and a sense of unease that permeates the park long after daylight has waned. The heart of these tales is entwined with the tragic death of Manuel Paranormal, who, after a tumultuous life laden with hardship and loss, succumbed to despair and passed away within the very grounds he once called home. His spirit reportedly lingering in search of the vitality he once fostered. Visitors have recounted chilling anecdotes of feeling watched by unseen eyes, echoes of laughter blending seamlessly with the rustling leaves, creating an uncanny symphony that sends shivers down the spine. Ghostly silhouettes have been spotted wandering near the old castle ruins, illuminating years of sorrow with a spectral glow, compounding the eerie atmosphere. Tales of a tragic fire that devastated the park in the 1970s add to its haunted legacy, leaving ruins that are said to be touched by the spirit of those who lost their lives during the flames, their cries still haunting the air. But should you venture into this otherworldly realm, tread wisely. The rich history entwined with loss lingers like a thick fog, ensnaring the unwary in its grasp. Paranormal Park invites exploration, yet the bygone resonance of joy interlaced with heartache warns you. Some dreams should remain undisturbed, for the veil between the living and the dead is frightfully thin, and the echoes of the past are eager to remind you of their existence. Six, Grantchester Railway Station, Grantchester, nestled in the heart of Queensland, Australia. The Grantchester Railway Station stands silent as shadows stretch across its weathered platform during the twilight hours. Once a bustling hub in the 19th century, the station now lingers in hushed echoes of its past, where whispers of the restless dead entwine with the cool evening breeze. Locals have long murmured tales of spectral sightings and chilling encounters, sharing stories of disembodied voices and ghostly apparitions that emerge from the misty fields surrounding this abandoned railway. In 1865, when the railway first opened, it was heralded as a vital link, yet the resulting influx of travelers soon brought tragedy. The most harrowing account revolves around the untimely death of a young girl named Mary, who reportedly fell from the train just as it left the station, her small form swallowed by the relentless darkness. Since that fateful evening, the spirit of the little girl has been believed to roam the area, her soft cries mingling with the sound of steam engines that no longer exist. Witnesses have claimed that a peculiar chill fills the air whenever she is near, alongside sightings of a small, ethereal figure dressed in a white dress. forever searching for something or someone lost. The Grantchester railway station has been the site of numerous investigations conducted by paranormal enthusiasts, who have gathered compelling evidence, eerie photographs capturing fleeting shadows, electronic voice phenomena that resonate with the name Mary, and chilling temperature drops that signal her presence. Beware, should you dare to visit, the whispers of Mary's sorrowful spirit can grip even the bravest of hearts with terror. Remain vigilant, for Grantchester railway station is not just a relic of history, but a chilling reminder of unresolved tragedies that continue to haunt the living. The air itself seems to beckon you into its depths, urging you to uncover the mysteries that may be best left undisturbed, lest you become a part of the dark folklore that shrouds this quiet corner of Queensland. Seven. Bundaberg Rum Distillery, Bundaberg. At the heart of Bundaberg, Queensland, shrouded in the thick scent of molasses and rich rum, lies the Bundaberg Rum Distillery, a site steeped in both industrial pride and chilling tales. The distillery, established in 1888, stands as a reminder of the region's sugarcane plantation past, but it harbors more than just the spirits of its famed beverages. Visitors often report an unsettling feeling as they traverse the dimly lit, corrugated iron halls, where the shadows seem to flicker and dance with a sentience of their own. Locals whisper of an unknown presence, claiming that the ethereal energy here is linked to a terrifying accident that unfolded in the early 20th century, when an explosion within the distillery claimed lives and left a lingering despair woven into the fabric of the building itself. It is said that the spirits of the fallen workers, trapped by their untimely demise, continue to roam the premises, drawn to the very machinery that took their lives. Workers and visitors alike have recounted spine-chilling encounters, describing phantom footsteps echoing behind them and cold drafts that sweep through the distillery. Even on the stillest of days, the chilling sensations grow more pronounced in the aging barrel room, where ghostly figures are sometimes glimpsed lurking between the shadows. A well-documented phenomenon occurs when the air grows inexplicably heavy, and the atmosphere thickens with an oppressive dread, leaving one breathless and oddly compelled to turn back. To those daring enough to venture into the Bundaberg Rum Distillery, heed this warning. The spirits of the past are not easily forgettable. The intoxicating aroma of rum may beguile you, but remember, you tread on the memories of lives lost too soon. With every sip of Bundaberg's finest, you sip alongside entities that once walked the earth, a reminder that the past is never truly buried. And some places harbor darkness that clings to the very air we breathe. Dare to unlock the secrets of a haunting history, but be prepared to face the whispers of the lost, ever watchful from the shadows. Eight. Dunwich Cemetery, Dunwich. Beneath the waning moonlight, Dunwich Cemetery unfurls like a shroud over the desolate earth, its weathered gravestones standing in silent testimony to the unearthly legends that haunt this forsaken patch of Suffolk. Once a thriving town filled with life, Dunwich fell from grace, with tales of decay and despair echoing through the centuries, leading locals to whisper of the restless spirits that roam its graveyard by night. Nestled along the Erie coast, remnants of the past linger in the shadows, a reminder of the cataclysm that is said to have transpired, leaving behind an unsettling presence. The notorious Dunwich Horror, born of unholy origins in the 18th century, is just one factor contributing to the cemetery's sinister reputation. The Whately family, tied to dark rituals and unspeakable phenomena, conjured an abomination said to have roamed the earth before meeting its bitter end in a confrontation with the townsfolk. Many believe the malevolent energy from that monstrosity lingers in Dunwich, claiming the souls of the unwitting and casting a pall over the cemetery. Evidence of spectral encounters abounds, with visitors recounting the chilling sound of disembodied whispers carried by the wind and shadowy figures darting through the tombstones after dusk, reminiscent of the lost souls yearning for repose. Each tombstone holds a story of premature death, drowning, and despair, further fueling the theories surrounding this gravesite. But tread carefully, stories caution that the cemetery is a doorway to the other side, and those who dare to explore these ancient grounds risk awakening something far more malevolent. For if the dead do indeed speak, one might not wish to hear their words, lest they beckon the living to join their ranks. Beware the silence, for in it lies a darkness that may just reach out from the grave, a chilling reminder that in Dunwich, death is not merely an end, but a beginning of unspeakable horrors. Nine, Old Petrie Town, Whiteside. Nestled quietly amid the lush, subtropical bushland of Queensland, Australia, lies Old Petrie Town in Whiteside, a site where time seems to stand still, silent. Echoes of the past linger in the air, whispering secrets of a bygone era. As dusk descends, the shadows grow longer, stretching like ghostly fingers over the wooden structures that date back to the early 1900s. Each piece steeped in history. Locals recount tales of long-forgotten townsfolk who met tragic ends, their spirits believed to traverse the grounds, yearning for the life they lost. The eerie stillness is punctuated only by the creaking of old timber and the rustling leaves, prompting visitors to question whether they are truly alone in this spectral haunt. In 2000, an artifact discovery at Old Petrie Town unearthed human remains believed to belong to a laborer who vanished without a trace during the town's early development. The harrowing thought of a man perishing in obscurity hints at the darker chapters that tarnish the history of the township. Ghost hunters have braved the grounds, claiming the air thickens with a palpable chill, and disembodied voices can be heard calling out, begging for recognition and closure. One chilling account involves a visitor's photograph capturing a fleeting shadow where no living person stood. Identifiable only through the lens, a cloud of grief incarnate swirling through time. It serves as a stark reminder of the tragedies that befall unacknowledged lives. But venture forth with caution, while Old Petrie Town's rustic charm beckons. The spectral remnants of heartbreak persist, waiting for those brave enough to trespass in their sacred domain. Those who dare to seek the truth may find themselves ensnared in the very stories they seek to uncover, warned that what you uncover may not only haunt the site, but seep into your very soul, leaving you forever changed in ways you never thought possible. Then, Old Museum Building, Bowen Hills, in the still of twilight, where shadows dance upon crumbling bricks and the chill of forgotten tales lingers in the air, lies the Old Museum Building in Bowen Hills, a place steeped in unearthly whispers that beckon the brave while simultaneously warning the fragile of its haunted past. Once a vibrant hub of cultural exhibitions, the museum has stood since the late 19th century, an oddity where children once marveled at preserved curiosities they could scarcely understand. Yet beneath this facade of wonder lies the shadowy specter of misfortune. According to local lore, the building once housed a tragic incident. A fire in 1940 claimed the lives of two caretakers who valiantly attempted to save precious artifacts trapped in the inferno, their screams believed to echo eternally through the walls. Eyewitness accounts describe flickering lights where no electrical circuits exist, while staff members consistently report an overwhelming sense of dread, particularly on stormy nights when thunder rumbles as if resonating with the souls that still linger within the premises. Some say they have glimpsed apparitions of the ill-fated caretakers, their faces a mask of sorrow fused with an unrelenting drive to protect what they lost. Despite renovations and attempts to breathe new life into the building, paranormal activity persists. Equipment malfunctions, cold spots, and the scent of smoke that mysteriously wafts through the hallways, drawing gasp from the unsuspecting. For those tempted to explore the dim corridors of the old museum building, heed this warning. Countless visitors have left with more than memories they carry with them, an eerie sense of being watched, entwined with the unshakable feeling that history's ghosts refuse to rest easy. Do you dare to uncover the dark secrets that lay dormant in the corridors, while knowing the restless spirits may want to keep you trapped in their mournful tale? (11) The Park Center for Mental Health. Treatment, Research and Education, Weckl. At twilight, when the sun bids farewell and the shadows stretch long through the towering eucalypts. The Park Center for Mental Health. Treatment, Research and Education in Weckl takes on an otherworldly aura, a chilling reminder of its grim past. Once the site of the notorious Weckl Mental Hospital, which operated under a cloud of scandal and controversy, the grounds harbor whispers of anguish and unrest. Patients languished within its walls, experiencing barbaric treatments ranging from lobotomies to electroshock therapy. As desperation and despair seeped into every crack of its aged infrastructure, local rumors frequently mention the sound of disembodied voices drifting through the corridors, a haunting symphony of suffering echoing through time. Evidence of the institution's dark history is etched into the remnants of the decaying buildings, where reports of shadowy figures moving about at night have stirred the imaginations of both the curious and the anguished. Some visitors claim to have felt icy fingers brush against their skin, while others recount seeing fleeting images of figures dressed in white or gray, reminiscent of past inhabitants. Perhaps the most notorious incident was the tragic fire in 2003, which swept through one of the buildings, claiming the lives of several patients and staff. The inferno was rumored to have been linked to supernatural forces, igniting discussions among ghost hunters and skeptics alike. After the fire, reports multiplied of apparitions wearing tattered hospital gowns, wandering through the halls and begging for help that never came. But tread carefully. This is no ordinary location. Those who dare to venture into the park must confront the unsettling reality that its haunted legacy may not rest easily. Flashes of the condemned past seem to beckon, and for the unwary, this nexus of trauma can pull one into a realm where the line between the living and the dead blurs. So, if you choose to walk among these spectral echoes, know this: some doors, once opened, may never close again. (12) Commissariat Store Museum, Brisbane. In the dim light of twilight, the shadows dance along the battered walls of the Commissariat Store Museum in Brisbane, a place steeped in history where whispered tales of spectral encounters weave through the air like a chilling breeze. This storied site, constructed between 1828 and 1840 as a vital storage facility for the colony, has long been a nursery for local legends, echoing with the anguished cries of its living past. As the oldest remaining public building in Queensland, it was storied less for its architectural beauty and more for the grim role it played in the penal settlement era. where convicts labored under harrowing conditions, sealing their fates amid misery and despair. Locals often speak of strange happenings and phantoms haunting the building's darkened hallways, an echo of the injustices that transpired within its confined walls. Among the lore is the well-documented account of a guard who, in the grip of madness, took his own life, perhaps unable to endure the weight of witnessing the relentless suffering all around him. Staff and visitors alike describe the sensation of being watched by unseen eyes, a cold breath prickling their necks in the stillness of the night, and disembodied whispers that call for help. Paranormal investigators have reported eerie electromagnetic fluctuations and the presence of distinct orbs captured in photographs, reinforcing claims that restless spirits roam the museum. A specific corner in the storage area elicits an unsettling feeling, where many claim to have been overwhelmed with an inexplicable sorrow. Yet, be forewarned, this haunting refuge isn't merely a repository of history, but a conduit to the sorrowful souls who linger in search of solace. The stories of betrayal, despair, and ghostly apparitions are compelling, but intermingling with them is a dire warning. A confrontation with these spectral remnants may offer more than just chilling tales, for the brave of heart may encounter the very darkness long held beneath the surface, awakening the restive spirits yearning for recognition, or perhaps worse, seeking vengeance for their untold suffering. 13. Customs House Brisbane, Brisbane. The Customs House in Brisbane stands as a testament to a bygone era, its grand facade a stark contrast to the unsettling stories that lurk in its shadows. Once a bustling center for trade and immigration, the building now hosts elegant events and fine dining. But beneath its polished exterior lies a history riddled with tragedy and spectral whispers. As locals stroll along the banks of the Brisbane River, they often speak in hushed tones about the persistent chills that run through them when they pass this historic site, a feeling that something unseen is always watching. This unease stems from tales of the late 1800s, when the Customs House was not just a hub of commerce, but also a witness to sorrow. Its halls, it is said, echo with the mournful cries of those who perished during the perilous sea voyages, their hopes dashed upon the cruel rocks of fate. Eyewitness accounts abound, detailing shadowy figures that glide through the building's corridors and the inexplicable sounds of laughter and conversation emanating from empty rooms. One vivid account speaks of a woman clad in white, her face hidden in a veil, appearing at the top of the grand staircase, only to vanish moments later. This ghostly apparition is thought to be a grieving widow, searching eternally for her husband lost at sea, her sorrow clinging to the very fabric of the Customs House. Paranormal investigators have captured strange orbs and cold spots in the building, corroborating the rumors of the supernatural presence that is said to dwell there. But tread carefully if you dare to explore the Customs House or join the nightly tours. Those who linger too long may feel an inexplicable heaviness in their chests, with an overwhelming urge to flee, as if the restless spirits are beckoning them into their haunted realm. This is a place where the past refuses to fade, a reminder that some souls do not find peace. (14) The Wickham Hotel, Fortitude Valley. In the heart of Fortitude Valley, the dimly lit halls of the Wickham Hotel stand as a somber testament to a tumultuous past, where laughter is often eclipsed by an unsettling chill that seeps into the very walls of its storied chambers. Locals tell tales of spectral figures drifting through the bar, Whispers of a man in a faded suit perpetually nursing a glass of whiskey while casting sorrowful glances toward the door, a ghostly patron forever lost in time. Built in the 1850s, the Wickham Hotel has seen its share of tragic events. Most notably, the untimely death of a young woman in the early 1900s who met her fate under mysterious circumstances shortly after receiving a letter from a lover it would seem never arrived. With this dark history hanging like a heavy fog, the hotel has earned a reputation as a haunted haven, drawing ghost hunters and curious souls eager to engage with its elusive spirits. Evidence of hauntings often emerges in the form of unexplained cold spots, the soft sounds of footsteps echoing through the corridors when no one is present, and flickering lights that seem to answer only to the whims of unseen forces. Many report feeling a sudden wave of despair while sitting alone in the dimly lit pub, as if the air is thick with the weight of unfulfilled stories. While some dismiss these experiences as mere tricks of the mind, others leave with an unsettling conviction that the Wickham Hotel is a conduit to something far darker. Enter this hotel with caution, for those seeking a night of frivolity might instead encounter a greater presence, restless souls, perhaps warning us that some doors are best left closed. As you walk the halls, remember, not all who wander are lost, and some spirits cling desperately to their unfinished business. Would you dare to linger where shadows stir and the past comes alive? "15. Story Bridge, Brisbane. In the heart of Brisbane, the Story Bridge looms like a skeletal guardian over the restless waters of the Brisbane River, its silhouette silhouetted against the dimly lit skyline. On evenings when the fog rolls in thick, enveloping the bridge in an eerie veil, whispers float through the air, rumors of restless spirits and unspeakable tragedies echoing from its steel structure. Constructed in the 1930s, the bridge stands not just as an engineering marvel, but as a witness to a series of misfortunes that have dulled its once celebrated splendor. Locals recount tales of a worker who fell to his death during its construction, a tragedy that many assert has left behind a sorrowful specter. Authorities unearthed stories of subsequent suicides from its heights, with some claiming to have seen figures standing on the edge, vanishing into the abyss before they could recognize the face. These tales, deeply entangled with the city's history, awaken a lingering suspicion of the architectural marvel, hinting at a darker legacy hidden beneath its metallic facade. The unearthly occurrences include strange cold spots, disembodied voices, and mysterious orbs caught on camera, compelling ghost hunters to descend in search of evidence. In one infamous case, an unsuspecting couple reported an unexplainable chill sweeping over them as they paused to take a photo, the figures of two shadowy figures appearing in the foreground, moments before their digital snapshot revealed nothing at all. Yet, within this city brimming with life and energy, a stark challenge resides for the intrepid. The Story Bridge stands as a monument to the unknown, a place where one can feel the weight of countless lost souls haunting the air. It urges the curious adventurer to tread carefully after all. Some gates to the afterlife should remain closed, and some stories are better left untold. And that's a wrap on our eerie tour of the top 15 haunted places in Queensland. Did your favorite spooky spot make the list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this chilling journey, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more spine-tingling adventures. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll uncover the most haunted legends lurking in Australia's outback. Until next time, keep your lanterns lit